think so, it's to do with my name. Sonnie means wisdom.
Okay.
And I'm just walking in my name. I'm a deep thinker. I'm a critical thinker as well. So I take time to analyze stuff, and then I try to. The try say, me kind in a way I'll be better and that's how I put words together just to make sure so there's perfect understanding. So I enjoy that part of me.
But okay, be a making part. That's last year. Was it last year or last 2 years? BBC Ghana focus pa. Me no not dear Miss Macron Michinu say maybe sao how overcome a sadie no. Because na ya torrential naba. Obi enwa or share him say sadie we beto no. Na kwa do some pension. But you know us as Ghanaians. You can send baby. If you honma wa sheda no pay way no and doctor wa sheda and or trend no pay way and yes sadie way. How did you take it? Wow, overcome it.
My overcome, that's why I enjoy talking about it, because I see it as a testimony. I see it as a miracle. Well, that was my first time coming back after many years. My Babe concert, Grand Arena, and there was a lot of pressure. Into midnight, me fear. And I was just watering the plants. I love plants. I love flowers. So I was just watering the plants. The Mihuyan said me sunny staircase. A staircase in metal rail. Within 1 second, I was at the floor, on the floor. My mojo susu to me pee, so I knew semi-pra, but I didn't know the depth of the injury. So I called my bodyguard then, well, he's passed. And then we rushed to the hospital.
You drove?
Yeah.
You did the driving?
Yeah. We got to the hospital. I just told them I'm bleeding. I'm hurt.
That time, no baby put your weight plan, they extend to which weight plan.
In 9 na canoe, toes na canoe. I'm saying toes, babe. Me sure not 2 toes in you. No, so, yeah, team no cautious toes nimbra. I'm fine, say ice. So I'm going to call back, the touchlight career. No more toes and I'm just say ice with the buy. So at that time, the prayer is at least they can put it back, right? That was the prayer. I'm the buy doctors, Nufra, Kolebu, they did all the test, everything. And I'm going to say they can't put the 2 toes back. They're crushed amputation.
Wow.
Like that moment, I knew I had to call my wife, but not him.
Okay.
I think she was on her 9th month. Inti, my friend and I miss it. I'm supposed like it to her. I think it will she shouldn't panic. No, so but they said, no, she almost passed out. I didn't even call my parents.
Oh, nice one, me and Nuaja. You catch you got a new panty.
Yeah, I saw eyewitness.
You do what?
I saw eyewitness.
Yeah. And I told them not to call my parents. I didn't want anybody to panic. I was very much at peace. So we said, doctors said, do I want to cancel the concert?
Look at how many days to the concert?
About 5 days, right? About 5 days. So they asked if I wanted to cancel the concert. I'm sure when I said no. And I'm saying, how am I going to do this? And I'm saying, then what do they have to do now? And I'm saying, there are 2 options: skin grafting or umbilical bones. Not the skin like that. I'm saying, which one? And they're quicker. And I'm saying, because and I'm saying, they've got to break the bones. I'm saying, they should break the bones. I'm saying,
nice or no, also don't pay
na kano. Some people the skin kataso. I'm saying, bones. I'm saying, do I want to sleep during the surgery? I watched everything. I watched it through hospital, about 8 doctors. I prayed with them. I said, that was a painful part. This to numb the wound, right? I watched everything. I watched the stitches, about 28 stitches. They did well. They did excellent. I was just smiling. I was not many on my bone and then they bandaged it. I think it was a Saturday night. Sunday I preached at 2 services, 3 hours each. One in Tema, one in Trinity Baptist.
It was a Saturday.
It was a Saturday
Sunday
night.
you preached.
I preached
2 services.
first thing in the morning. I just told the pastor I can't move too much. Mumpesite mommy, mantina kunyani super, right? So for you, mantina. I stood on the leg for 3 hours each. Maybe and then I call Trinity Baptist. You and I'm circle rehearsal. I would rehearsal is normal 4 hours. For 4 hours, I did everything I did. Concert time, I didn't take no medication. I didn't take no painkiller. I was fasting the whole day, and I stood on my foot for 3 hours. I think stitches nibite here, and I still did it. Now I didn't want the focus to be on the injury. That's why I didn't tell Ghana. I didn't want people to come to the concert because we're prayer. That's why I kept it quiet.
But we got to know Sir Wepra. And then now if a comment in same break also meaning say you on the social media. And yet there's one or two be a kakra.
So when they got to know say I was on the crutches, we didn't tell what had happened. So they still saw me active. I think what really got to them is the way I danced on stage without the crutches. But you really I'm Sajay crutches to be because then I mean they didn't know I was going to drop the crutches. I didn't tell anybody. I only told my bodyguard, say you draw them with the crutches and my men can't drop here. Medima no more bus stages, but you can't come met you. So I was on the stage alone, but you really I couldn't stand on my foot. I could not. And I think that's where they started saying, we're prana osasa.
Yeah, we're prana.
That's when the insult, the trolls, hey, me.
Yeah, oh yes we did. Yes we did.
And I kept quiet on it for 1 year. Until the following year, that's when I explained to the world that, hey, I didn't move and I need to chako. The right one. And it's been a tough season.
How did it affect your family? I know,
hey,
being a
they
family
were
man.
affected. My eldest daughter, Shadeen, 23 years old, she couldn't look at the foot for so long. The other ones, they embraced it. They've named the toes, and all of that. My wife did an incredible job, taking care of me. But I went into a dark time in my life, yet I was still preaching at church. I went into serious depression, yet there was not a single day I wouldn't preach. I serious depression. My office, my doom light. I'm 6 hours. I wouldn't say a word to anybody. I'd only go and preach, minister, and then come back to the room. I don't understand how I lost those toes. But then when you think about it, it could have been death. Because how I spin a toe, now see me teen a ball. But I landed on my shoulders and my toe went off. Into the gift of life, looking at my children. The other day, my wife was giving a testimony at church. And she said something. She said, I could have lost my husband. My children could have been fatherless. And that's so true. Obetinanka, they couldn't come back. God forbid. It can't happen. So it's just part of life. I'm grateful. I'm still on that foot dancing, still playing my drums, and hey, it's
and here you are today.
I'm back here again.
Here you are today. Now, what's the motivation? This is Ashanti region.
The same staircase. I refuse for that thing to traumatize me, even though staircase and tiles, water on tiles, traumatizes me. Into when we are free, he has to help me because I need a few seconds before I kind of comport myself. But hey, it's part of life, and I deal with it as it goes.
Also, we are so for Say, baby, we run to you. Yeah, we run to you for solace, comfort, and everything. You, whom did you run to? But there is something.
No, that's why I've been real. I said I went into depression. Terrible depression. Terrible. I haven't even spoken about that. That's how bad. That's when my wife got worried. Everybody got worried. So we just had to make sure I was okay mentally. Until right now, what they do at home is they behave that toe missing doesn't exist. I'm treated like nothing has happened. Anybody around me treats me like nothing ever happened. And I'm beginning to gain confidence to just wear slippers all around. Because I got rid of all my slippers. I could not move without very expensive slippers. I got medichiche. I didn't want to wear slippers again. But I think it's a part of me. I embrace it with pride. I tell it as a testimony, and I'm just grateful to be alive.
So how many